Well, hello there.
Hello. I feel like it's been ages since we spoke, is it?
Well, it's because you went offline on your holiday.
Yeah. But was it only last week we did a record, or was it the week before?
We missed a week, didn't we?
Because there was we both had a few things going on.
Yeah.
Because you had to miss one, you weren't very well. Then I had to miss one, I had some bits going on.
Yeah, and then we were gonna. I think we have missed. I think it's been a week and a half, or maybe 2.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? So
it
just feels.
We used to talking regularly.
I mean, we can spend an hour. We can spend an hour talking about whatever. So it feels a long time when you know.
That's very true. That's very true. Should we get started?
Let's do it.
Hi, I'm Hannah.
And I'm Hayley.
And we are your wedding planning experts.
Here to spill the tea on the inside of wedding planning and everything that goes with it.
Expect our honest opinions, the real juice on what happens on a wedding day.
With a few tips thrown in between.
And also just a chat between friends.
And of course, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
And let's get you wed. I think there's a lot of people listening now that are married.
Married people everywhere you look.
Towards autumn.
Yeah,
do you know what?
the Burr months. Woohoo.
Yeah, you told me about this before.
Yeah.
I actually think this is the first year. Normally I get to August and I'm like, I don't like the summer really. It's probably my least favourite month. I don't really like the heat. I don't like when it's really late till light.
Yeah. I'm an autumn person, I'll be honest.
Yeah, autumn and spring are my favourite months, and then winter,
same.
then summer normally. But I will say, I've actually really enjoyed this summer.
Have you?
I've lived and died in my shorts.
Wow.
I was saying to Martin the other day, right, I've got this drawer of clothes that is just my holiday clothes that only come out for holiday.
Yeah.
I've been wearing all my holiday clothes because it's been so warm.
It has been so hot.
I haven't had to think once, if I want to go out for a run or want to go for a walk, can I? Because it's just been dry.
So dry.
So nice. You just go out and have a little ice cream. You could go sit down the pub or something.
It is, yeah. It's guaranteed really nice. Sunshine, to be fair.
Everyone's in really good, everyone's in good mood. Other than when it's in the 30s, then it's too much.
I found it horrendous because, the heat wave and being pregnant. But in terms of wedding weather for people as well.
The wet. It's just so much easier when it's dry.
The dry,
when it's dry. It's so much easier. And today it's been the first day in about freaking 60 days or something that it's actually rained this afternoon.
I was literally going to say, I've just looked out the window and I can see it's just started to rain. I'm like,
well,
hallelujah.
Oh, I have to ask, did you get the alert the other day?
Oh my God, yes.
What?
I was said to Richard I needed to give birth. I was like,
wasn't it scary? So I was at my brother's house and there was 5 of us there. So all our phones went off and their Alexa was going off and it was so loud. My little niece, she's only 12 and she was really scared.
Oh, bless her.
And we were all like, what the hell is that noise? And then everyone was just really a bit dazed. What's going on? And then I was like, actually, I remember this being to do, because we haven't had alerts.
It was a couple of years. I remember when they tested it, didn't
COVID,
they?
Was it? Yeah.
It was a few years ago, and I remember they did it because it was on my brother's birthday, and I was like, whoa.
Well, my little niece had got panicked because from YouTube videos she watches, in America, you get them when you get a tornado.
Yeah.
So she thought we were getting a tornado. No, it was just the government telling us not to light a fire.
Yeah, don't have disposable barbecues.
Well, now there's warnings all on the weather that we're going to have a storm tonight. I'm like, Jesus. They really left that late, didn't they? The old fire warnings, because everywhere I was driving there was a freaking fire. I must have
dry
seen
for
3 fires last week. Yeah. And I'm like, why did you choose to do an alert when it's literally
That's
now
just
the temperature
the government here,
has
though,
dropped.
isn't it? They just wait. Yeah. They're reactive. They don't do anything beforehand. They just wait until someone's set a fire or done something and caused a, serious wildfire. Then they're like,
literally.
oh. But I do think it's a bit over the top to do that alert for that. I mean,
so over the top. So over the top. Everyone's saying that. The memes that are out where they're comparing different countries and what they send alerts out for compared to ours.
Exactly. Well, the thing that I thought was terrible and actually made me think of it was obviously, say if you're it's obviously horrendous and trigger warning. I don't know if you need to do that, but say if you're being abused or whatever, say if someone's abusing you and you have a secret phone or something like that, and then it goes off and there was no, but then obviously there's not always going to be a what do you call it? like a warning before the warning.
No, but they
still
do tell you how to turn it off on your phone, don't they?
So it kind of like I think it was a bit like, why are you using that like for that? It's a bit in debate.
They could have just sent us a text or put it on the
news. I mean, everyone knew about these wildfires, so
but
like
that's the
just
thing,
don't use a bloody
anyway.
disposable barbecue in a.
Yeah, it just made me laugh that they did it the day after the heat wave finished.
Oh gosh.
And we were then going into like 20-degree weather.
I hope there's no more heat waves this year, please. I can't do anything.
Oh, I think there will be. I think we'll get a couple in September.
No.
You always get one in September. I remember, we were talking about this the other day, I remember doing a marquee wedding. We had 2 days of heat wave where it was like 36, 37 degrees. I was doing a marquee wedding, and the 2 days was the Friday, Saturday. Friday set up, Saturday wedding.
Oh, God.
We'll definitely get one in September, without a doubt, and maybe even one in October, but it'll be more like... We'll have dropped down to like late teens, and then we'll get a 25 couple of days.
Oh, okay. It's really hot. Even though it's been like 24, 23 though, the last few days, if you're out in the sun, it feels so hot.
It is hot, but see, I've liked this temperature. I went for a run earlier. It was lovely. The sun was beaming down on me. I feel like I've adjusted.
I'm glad for the breeze. I'm not going to lie. I do think we have all like acclimatized though. I have to say, I'm not struggling as much as like before.
Yeah, the winter's going to hit us hard.
Yeah, I reckon we're going to have an awful winter though. We need it. We need the rain. But it's just... Anyway, we're doing that British
thing.
So we
want to hear stories, guys. I know, right? I want to hear stories. Did you have a heat wave at your wedding? How did it go? How did you manage it? Was it... Because I do feel for people that are getting married this week when the weather's turning a little bit and we've had like 2 months.
I know.
Even longer than that. Since May, we've had insane weather.
It's guaranteed it'll rain all over bank holiday weekend.
I was thinking that I've got a wedding in September, and I'm like, that we did a wedding that weekend last year, and the weather was terrible. And I'm like, I can just see it happening, bless them.
Yeah. Oh,
maybe it'll be the heat wave weekend. You never know.
Yeah.
We'll
there's
see.
There's a fly.
Saw that. Hello, Mr. Fly. Welcome to the podcast.
That's the one thing I have hated about this summer, though.
The
amount of flies, because
there's
it's been too hot for the wasp to breed or something. Yeah.
And do you know what? There's just nothing... there's nothing can be done. You just got to let them fly around all day, and then we've got one of them machines with the blue light at night, and then you hear them all die, and then you feel really good. You're like, you've been pissing
see you
me
later.
Now you're being fried. How's your week been anyway?
It's been good. It's been busy actually. So since we last did the podcast, I have had a wedding, which was really nice, and it was lovely. It was completely different to what I've done over the last couple of weeks. It was all bright colours, like every bright colour.
I think you were talking about this when we last spoke.
And the flowers were just lush. So
was it a really nice venue?
It was
like Bassmead or
it was at the Great Barn in Ainholme.
That's it. Yes. We did speak about this.
It's a lovely venue. Really, really nice. And it was a really lovely setup as well. Like, it just ran really smoothly and stuff. But it was lovely. The colours, it was like yellows, orange, pink, purple.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was just like really, really bright. It was really nice, and I loved it. And I used some really nice like varieties of flowers, like English grown, like larkspur, dahlias, marigolds as well, which I absolutely love. So
were you able to get loads of local flowers as well then?
I was able to get quite a few bits, because obviously the weather's been really hot, so it's not been a great year. But there's been a lot of English. There has still been a lot of English choice.
Nice, because I know you like to when you can.
Yeah, well, you get better quality. You get more. It's the bigger, they're bigger, they're better. You get more for your money, like, because it's obviously not having to travel and things like that. So where I can, I'll use it. But and this wedding was just particularly good for that because of the style and the colours. It was easier for me to just choose British.
You could just because you can go.
I don't mind about
it doesn't really matter as long as I get the colour. I can get whatever is available.
Exactly.
Yeah, nice. I like that.
And then we've got another wedding over bank holiday weekend, so I've just been prepping for that because that's it's again completely different from the last wedding I did, because this is all I think it's like a black tie kind of. They've gone very white and black, and it's all like orchids, roses that are flexed, so they've got like the curled over petals and some hydrangeas and no foliage. So very like chic,
or like completely white.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
And then they're having sadly, the venue used to allow real flame, And between her booking and us doing the wedding, they've changed to LED. Like, you can't have real flame, so we're having to get all LED.
Is it in her contract, though? I feel like they're going to argue that.
Yeah, I know.
Unless the venue's had, like, a major issue, then
I don't really know, yeah.
Flat.
Yeah, so it'll be really lovely. And it's quite close, for me, it's a local venue. I mean, it's literally, like, less than 10-minute drive from where I work, so which is even better.
But yeah, annoying for your couple that have changed that.
Yeah, that is
I
a bummer.
understand people change policies, but you should like have to, do the weddings that you've said that to first, and then change it for new bookings.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, that's
because it does change a lot, and it changed the. I mean, I had to change the quote because obviously the cost of an LED to a real
100%.
candle.
Yeah.
So anyway, but it will look lovely. It's all like black candle holders and things like that. It's like the tape for the taper candles and stuff. So yeah, it will look really good. Just completely different, but yeah.
Anything to report from the wedding you did at the barn?
Oh, it was honestly, the bride was so laid back and lovely. So really lovely. They were like chilling, getting ready, and like there's nothing. Literally, it was probably one of the easiest setups I've done.
Nice.
And I loved that.
How was the weather?
It was nice, actually. It wasn't too hot. I think it was, what was it, like 25, 26 on Saturday? Yeah. But it was slightly overcast in the morning, and then it was actually quite nice. It was lovely. Nice. So I was really pleased for them. But
nice. And was it all at the same venue as well?
Yes, they had their ceremony.
So nice and easy.
So I've done it before there, where they've had their ceremony in, like, so they've got like this big hall, and then like people have got married in there and they change it over for the wedding breakfast. But this one, they've actually got like a purpose-built separate barn, which is all like glass windows, and it's like also wooden, and that was all set out for the ceremony. So they had that in a separate, so no turnaround. Nice. And they had
you don't have to wait around for after ceremony.
No, footed bowls. They had footed bowls for their centerpieces, which were lovely. And then bridal bouquets, obviously bridesmaids, and it was quite like not small. Obviously they had like 10 tables, so it's quite a lot of centerpieces really. But in terms of like
pre-done them,
you know what I mean? Like it was actually like setup wise, it was speedy. And then I met the cake lady was really nice as well, so I let them take some extra flowers back with them because I
was speaking to this florist the other day, right, for a wedding next year, and they were like. They kept asking me, like, because the couple are getting married at a church, and then we're going to the venue. Yeah. And they were like, kept asking me, like, oh, do you need us to move the flowers? And I'm like, well, yeah. Like, they're having quite a bit, like, flower meadows down the aisle, a couple of urns, like, fair amount, like, And it was almost like that they were like, oh, yeah, so we need to, like, think about, like, that's not, like, that kind of threw them a little bit.
It's like the done thing these days.
Well, yeah, all the time. When they asked me, I was a bit like, they were a bit like, so you're going from the church then to this venue? I was like, yeah. And they were like, so will you need all those flowers at the venue then? I was like, yeah. And then they were like, well, okay, so what, like, do you need us to move that then? And this is how they were asking me. And I was like,
it's not, maybe it's not like, something they do very often.
Standard.
Yeah.
But if you're doing weddings, like what? You just never do a church wedding or a wedding where the venue is at. Anyway, the couple weren't keen on because they just didn't sound very like
up
knowledgeable
for it. Oh, okay.
On weddings.
Not up for it. Yeah, I was gonna say that's quite a done. That's been like the done thing for. I'm just trying. Even when I started, like we're talking like nearly 10 years ago now.
Yeah, and do you know what? I understand I understand florists do check because if you don't want to pay that extra money for them to stick around and you want to do
always check they want you to do it.
That amount of flowers. That's just, to me, is just a standard. Like,
yeah, you're going to be moving them because you can't get the groomsmen to move. Because sometimes, like, they'll be like, it's all right, my groomsmen move. And I'm like, no, they're not. No way. There's no way.
If they've got, like, 2 pedestals and they're on a budget, fine. Yeah. But this couple, they were having a lot.
Yeah, meadows. They
had a good budget for the flowers. Like, weird.
Anyway, mad.
So I just had to tell you.
Yeah. But yeah, so my week's been busy, and also we've been doing loads of DIY in the house. So
are you?
We've redone
our you're always frigging DIY in the house, aren't you?
We've redone our bedroom, even though we did it in December when we moved in.
You didn't like it, did you?
Well, we painted it brown, and the brown just felt really like oppressive and really like it made the room seem real small. And I'm like thinking,
see, I love that. I love.
Well, so do I. So do I. But I just it really just didn't vibe with me.
Maybe pregnancy hormones throwing you off.
Maybe. And Richard was.
You're gonna have them kids, and then you're gonna be like, I really want that brown back. I loved it.
No, so we had like ceilings plastics. We had that, you know what, that Artex stuff. It's like bubbly. Ugh.
Yeah.
So had our ceilings are lovely and smooth and flat. Completely
Nice.
painted the whole room in one colour, so it was all like Egyptian cotton, so nice and neutral.
Yeah, nice.
I
do love Egyptian cotton.
Yeah, me too. New bed, new mattress, and then we've got new furniture. So we've gone for like dark furniture, dark curtains, dark accessories.
Like, I'll have to come see
things
it.
like that. And then we're just waiting to get. We're about to redo the bathroom as well. All of the stuff came. I had to wait in all day for delivery. Sorry, it's such a boring conversation, but I hate that though. You know, you're stuck in waiting all day for them to deliver stuff. I mean, I got a load of housework done. Don't get me wrong. I was like, here, Lily was at nursery, so I literally the house was so tidy.
Nice.
But yeah, I was like stuck.
Oh, good.
But it's my week.
There you go.
How was yours?
Yeah, really good. Yeah, so like we said, we had a few days away. So we went and stayed actually at Abington. So I do quite a few. Yeah, so I do quite a few weddings there.
Yeah.
Guys, you probably heard me mention on the podcast before, but it's a really stunning venue. It's like a big manor house, and it's got an orangery, and the estate is insane. Like there's grounds for miles.
That sounds so
but
good.
before you go in the main gate, just off the road, they basically own acres and acres and acres and acres of land. So on their land is a river, and a few years ago they built all accommodation on it. So you go through these gates and you literally driving like down this dirt track, and all the accommodation is built like along the river. So it's like they're like wooden kind of lodges.
That sounds so
and there's
nice.
like there's literally just like sheds there with like paddle boards, kayaks, like all the kind of water activities you think of, rowing boats, like all this kind of stuff. And they've built like these lakes inside it so you can go wild swimming. They've built like a platform that you can like go into the water from. Like there's a gym there. Like it's so
that
nice. It's really
lovely.
outdoorsy. So we went and stayed there because every time I go and work there, I'm like, I really want to come and stay here.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you're working there, you don't get to experience.
No.
You're just working. And I always think that for weddings as well is a bit of a shame because they don't get to, unless they add on a couple of days.
You don't get to sort of like
you don't get to experience
the
the water
grounds.
sports.
Yeah, that's so
we
true.
went into that. We went on the rooms there. Like when I say log cabin, but they're like luxury. Like
it's giving me like Soho House vibes. Like
yes,
oh my god,
but on a much smaller scale.
Yeah.
So they've only actually got a few. Like there's not masses of these lodges. So when you're like out and about, you don't see loads of people. So it just feels really like we went paddleboarding one day and like we were the only people on the lake. Like so nice.
Oh my god, that sounds like the dream.
Oh, it was so lush. We did an M&S shop before we then.
Piggy bits.
Yeah, we drank wine. We ate loads of food. We went for a hike. We went to a couple of pub dinners, and we just spent 4 days. And I was just saying to Hayley before we started recording, we got there on Sunday, and I left my phone in the car. I turned it off, put it in the car, and I didn't turn it on until I got home.
Went offline.
Today is Wednesday this afternoon. I went completely offline. And do you know what? I genuinely didn't miss my phone. Like, I thought I'd be really like, because I haven't done that for years. And I thought I'd be really like, oh, where's my phone? But I wasn't.
You're like,
and it felt so good. And actually, I felt a bit anxiety when I turned my phone back on.
Yeah, like what am I coming back to? And what did you come back to though? Anything?
Well,
a
not
lot?
horrific.
No?
Few messages from friends. A bit annoying. I missed a Times interview in the paper, but it's what it is.
That is annoying.
And 113 emails when I just looked when I emailed you the link to this. But I'll go through them tomorrow. To be honest, probably 70 of them are junk emails.
I've been getting so much spam lately.
Oh
my
so
god!
Bad. Suppliers trying to sell me stuff, magazines trying to sell me stuff.
So annoying.
People asking to work with me. Do you know all stuff like that? It will be. Yeah, like even like our podcast platform, I get emails from them all the time about random crap.
I keep trying to unsubscribe to some things, right? And I've still got emails, and I'm like, excuse me, I've unsubscribed. How dare you?
Yeah, I know, it's so annoying.
So annoying.
So it was so nice, and we were on this walk, right? And I'll need to bring this back up again next episode because I cannot remember for the life of me what it was called. I want to say it was like the Grange or something along those lines. Anyway, so we're on this walk and we just see this big sign up saying vineyard next left. So we're like, let's go look at that. So we go up to this vineyard. It's insane. Like, I love a vineyard anyway, but when you
have never been to one.
England, what?
And I really want to go. Really, really. Obviously not right now, but.
Wine tasting's my thing.
Oh my god!
I've gone on a wine
Did you ever go to Vinopolis in London when it was open?
No.
That was like a wine tasting. I
Oh,
built.
with the tap things.
And you had tokens.
Yeah.
And you went around.
See, I'm a little bit funny about wine tastings. I only like wine tastings where you're on the vineyard.
Yeah, I mean, this.
You can see the
we're
grapes
going
growing
back,
in the
like,
bush.
God, this has got to be like 12 years ago. It's shut
Yeah,
now,
I remember
think,
it.
But,
Yeah.
but that's the
Yeah.
only wine tasting I've ever been
Yeah,
to.
no, you need to go to a proper like vineyard.
Oh my
Do you know what?
gosh.
And there probably is one locally to you, just don't know
Don't know
about
about
it.
it.
There's one in the next village to where I live. Like it's meant. Oh, you're like, what the hell is it? Because it is bizarre to us that they're in.
I'm
the
like, no,
UK,
they're only in
really.
France.
Yeah. No, you're right.
No, I don't even
This
like
one was
French
so
wine.
Nice.
No shade to the French.
What? French wine's the best.
I like a South
French
African
wine,
wine,
Italian
to
wine.
be fair.
No,
Or a,
no. It's all about the French. Or
sorry,
Italian.
no, what? No, wait, hang on a minute. New
You
Zealand.
like New Zealand.
Yes.
Yeah.
South African
No,
wine's
I'm all-
nice as well, but yeah, I like it. I'll always pick a
I'm all
New
about
Zealand
French.
wine. But
I'm
I do like a French
French or
red,
Italian.
to be fair. A nice Bordeaux.
Oh, they do the best red wine.
Yeah, no.
Pinot Noir. Anyway.
Champagne.
Yeah, so we stumbled across that. So we were like, yes. So we stayed, had a couple. There was like a really nice area we could sit. So we stayed, had a couple of
That
glasses
sounds
of wine.
so nice.
I know,
Oh,
but they
so
actually do.
jealous.
This is why I need to mention it next week. So, if you get married at Abington or in the Winchester area, you can go and get your wedding wine from there, or just have a look to see if is a local vineyard near to your wedding venue. Because how nice is that to be able to be like, oh, our wine is
gosh,
from
yeah.
10 miles down the road. And also, this place we went to not only is a vineyard, but they had this insane building which literally looks like Stowe School where you got married. Same kind of
Dream.
building on site where they do weddings. So
Oh
I
my
need to get
gosh.
the name of it because I cannot remember it.
See, I bet people think like if I was to go to a local, like a grower, who has a vineyard,
Yeah.
does their own wine, I would never be able to afford it. I would literally
Afford
be
it,
thinking
yeah.
that's going to be a cost a bomb. But I
Yeah.
reckon I bet if you inquired, it wouldn't be as bad as
it's
you
not, it's
think.
No, I mean where we were. I mean, we were paying like £6 for a glass of white, and I think a bottle was about £22.
See, that's pretty
If you get it in
average
bulk,
price for a decent.
Yeah, they'll
like
do you a deal.
Sorry,
in
this
bulk.
fly is like. Sorry.
Podcast fly.
The podcast like our special
fly.
guest.
He is.
This is the guest that
getting
we're having
married.
taken over when I'm on maternity leave.
Yeah. Welcome.
They probably get as much as
Yeah.
chat as me.
They give you better content. He's like, I got more to talk about than waiting for my bathroom suite.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah, I think it was about. But yeah, it depends. Obviously, if you're the kind of people that aren't into wine and you're just going to Aldi and buying your wine, or then yeah. But if you're going to like
into
Majestic or something,
yeah.
and you're paying 20-25 quid for a bottle anyway, go to your local.
Like
vineyard,
100%. If I got married again, I think
Yeah.
I would be more. I mean, we did have different wine on our top table, but it was just it was only Riesling,
Yeah,
but
you
that was
did.
wine.
Yeah, you're Riesling.
That is
yeah.
wine that I knew lots of people
That
on
you
the top
liked.
table liked.
Yeah.
But I think if I would actually maybe look more into that would be one thing because I do like a decent
nice.
wine. So
Yeah, see, I got all mine from France.
yeah, en français.
Calais.
Yeah, I liked the wine at your wedding. So
Oh, it's so good. Honestly, we went to Calais and we
yeah.
were getting that. I always forget what it's called. It's like J something something. It's got the bent top, the bottles of rosé. And in the UK, they're like
JP
10, 12 quid
Chenet,
bottle.
JP
Yeah.
Chenet, yeah, Is it
Something like that. And they were like €3
That's-
a bottle
that's
in
mad.
France. And they're like
Yeah.
10, 12 quid. And we got this really nice pink sparkling that
Oh,
when I
no,
Googled it, it was like
yeah.
20 quid a bottle. And I got it for like €5 a bottle or
Yeah.
something in Calais.
Although you can't go wrong with a good bottle of chicken wine.
Nah, I'm
The
not a fan.
rosé, oh
It's like bright. Oh no, is it bright pink?
no, it's
don't like
really
bright
pale.
pink.
It's really pale.
Oh, okay.
It's quite,
Yeah,
it's
no,
quite
not-
dry.
Not into a chicken wine.
Well, I do like that
Not-
one.
Not into.
Yeah.
I'm not really into a rosé. I'm not gonna lie.
No, fair enough.
Struggle with a rosé. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I've been doing. I also finally submitted my 2025 to 2026 account.
Oh,
Boom.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I was very, very happy with myself. I'm not
that's
gonna lie.
good. I did
Yeah.
that ages ago, actually.
Oh, well, now I just gotta
No.
wait for the tax bill.
Yeah, that's the thing. I did it.
Oh.
Then they sent me the bill, and I was like, I'm still not paying it until January. I was like, I'm not having you get interest on my money. You can wait.
You can wait till after Christmas.
Yeah.
HMRC.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Anyway.
So this week we asked you guys online. We have a question, so it's our this or that. So we wanted to know whether you were having e-invites or if you're having paper invites, and why you've chosen to do that. And
yes,
I think it's fair to say that the response was pretty mixed, actually.
Okay. Before we start, what did you do?
I did paper.
You did, and I did e.
So that is so good. So we have completely different.
Yeah, the mix.
Yeah. So let's start by asking you, why did you choose to do e-invites?
Right. Stationery has never been a big thing that has bothered me.
Fair.
Wasn't that asked.
Yeah.
I didn't really want to spend the money. I had no inspiration or thought
like an
process
urge
in my head of what I wanted them to look like. So I wasn't that bothered. I also really like that you can then link it from the email straight to your wedding website, so people are more likely to respond quicker. I can't be asked to put stuff in the post. It just wouldn't have happened, Hayley. Honestly, with me, you know me. Outside of my job, my personal life can be a bit of a shit show. People always get their birthday cards late. Aww. Like, you know, invites, it would have just caused arguments.
They'd be sitting in your car, like, I need to take these to the post box.
Without a doubt, I would have put the wrong stamps on them. They would have got delivered. Then people would just forget. I just think with a paper invite, people put them down, they forget. So I like that. And I used, I think at the time if you listen back to those episodes, you'll know, because I kept talking about them all the time. I think it was Greenvelope. And you can have music. Yeah. So I just think it looks cool. The envelope, you open the wax seal, it opens up, pops out, and some music starts playing. You can have like photos in there. It can have confetti everywhere. Like, I just liked that vibe. We still printed a couple off. I think I got like a pack of 10 of the design. I did the design myself on like Canva, and then just uploaded it to. You can use paper, I suppose, or Greenvelope or whatever. But I do all my Christmas cards and stuff like that now for work and everything.
Fair enough.
I just think, if you're not that arsed. And do you know what? I've had a really mixed bag this year of couples. I've had couples that are like highly design focused, but are like, nah, just do a paper invite, weren't that asked. But I've also had couples who have spent thousands on their invites, like big money on their invite. Like, I'm talking like £10 an invite, and they've added all the belly bands and the wax seals, and they've had all the illustrations, and they've spent big money on their invites.
Big money.
So I've had really mixed bag, because I think some couples really think that the journey starts from the day you get that invite, and it needs to the whole story of your wedding needs to start from there. Other people are like, I'd rather spend that money on the day, and actually nobody remembers their invite. It's from when they step into the venue that they remember. So there you go. What about you?
So I've always loved stationery. Like, I just like I'll be honest, I like pretty things. I'm like a magpie. Like, if anything sparkles or is shiny, I'm like, I have heard that. Like that.
See, I felt like that about the wedding day stationery.
Yeah.
But not the invite.
And I just, I sort of basically, once I'd started going there with the theme, I wanted it to run through with my stationery. Although I have to say, my save the dates, when I sent them out, I literally got a pack from a wholesaler's and just sent a bog standard save the date. So they were just separate, but they were still paper, but they cost me like nothing. It was smaller.
See, I like a fun save the date. I like
I didn't even think about it, honestly. It was so...
Not cheap though.
Like, now that people do all these different things, and
on Etsy type in save the date.
And it's like, whoa. But so I just really wanted it, and we did go quite out there with our our actual invites. We had, I think there was 3 pieces of really nice stock card. It was gold embossed. We had it with then what's that see-through-y kind of paper.
The paper.
You know what I mean?
That.
It's like a see-through. It's not tissue paper, but it's a lot thicker than that.
I mean. It's that thin.
And
it's like tracing
paper. And it was that was then folded over them, and then there was a wax seal and a belly band ribbon in gold. So
didn't you do the wax seals yourself?
Yeah, we actually got Richard's. We got Richard's coat of arms for his family crest.
Oh yes, I remember.
Is it a family crest you call it, or a coat?
I actually love doing a wax melt though.
Yeah,
so if
they
I've
are
done them myself,
satisfying.
I totally, because they're expensive to have your station to do that, and I freaking loved it. I do them on my Christmas cards now. Like, if I do a hat, for your mum or whatever, then I'll
do them. They are nice, I have to say.
Anyone that has money gets a card with a wax seal.
But you can tell the ones where people have ordered them online as a wax seal, and then they've just peeled the back off.
100%. They're pure
round.
circle. That's not how actual should be. It should be all spludgy on the
smooshed.
outside, like a Harry Potter one.
Yeah. So we quite like that. Richard loves Harry Potter as well, so it was kind of like a bit like that. But we, and then
expensive to post though, I bet.
Do you know what?
The thickness.
We actually got. I didn't pay extra. I just used to.
It's changed now.
So this is going back almost 4 years ago. Ugh, can't believe that's gone so quick.
Changed.
But this fly.
Oh, this fly, Jesus, mate, go away.
Get some airtime here.
He's like one of them suppliers that keeps emailing me, like, "Will you work with us?"
Oh my god. So that was and I loved them, and I kept them, and I've got them like in my memory box and stuff, and I just thought they looked so good. I loved them so much. So, and then all of our menus and all of our like table numbers and names and things on the table, they all matched up on the day, and I just
I
like
didn't
that.
have table numbers or names, table plan or menu, like or place cards or anything. So I was a bit like I can remember I had those little welcome cards. So I wanted something, and it had like I think it had like taxi numbers for at the end of the night.
It had a QR code. I remember that. Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that.
Thing I had really, and then our friend Kelly did my order of the day board, where she does all her lovely illustrations on it.
Yeah, I love that.
But other than that, so I was a bit like I'm not that bothered by stationery.
No,
but yeah. I know what you mean. I feel like if I had a wedding like your wedding, then maybe it was a different kind of vibe.
It went with the vibe of the day, like it went with the venue, and it was. We also had like an illustration because Kelly did our invites as well. Yeah. She'd done like a line drawing of Stowe in the black line, like that looks really lovely, and I was like really specific because there's a clock on the front of Stowe's like house. I was like, can you do it at once so it's like it says 1 o'clock? I was like,
but it's the little details.
It's the little things. See?
Yeah.
But
so what did the listeners say anyway? What's their thoughts?
So let's go through what they said. Yeah. Okay. So we've got paper invites with a wedding website, so guests can find all the details, which is great. Again, that's what I did. Had paper invites, but it also was like, and here's our wedding website. But I do.
That's the way to go.
Yeah, I do think it's more like cohesive if you have an e-invite, then it takes you to a link. You can click a link.
That's what I think.
Because otherwise you've got to go on a browser and like type in the, you know what I mean? It's like / blah, 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 which is fine. But if you're a bit not, so that kind of.
People would just be messaging me being like, "Oh yeah, we are coming.
Yeah.
Well, you got to go on the link.
Click the link."
QR code's good though, but sometimes people don't always like the look of a QR code on their paper invite.
Yeah, true. So I do love a QR code these days, I've got to say.
Yeah, it's just easier.
I love it. So someone says, I'm having paper. It feels fancier. It's not a birthday party.
Fair play.
Savage. I love receiving paper, but we are doing e-invites. It would be such a faff getting addresses, and it would cost a lot of money.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
Ball ache.
I had to get like my mum to help me. I had to go into my mum and like dad's address book and be like, and Richard's mum and be like, I need this address, I need that address, and then
ball ache.
Yeah,
no, it's bad enough getting email addresses, but actually a lot of people I know now do just do a WhatsApp invite.
Oh yeah,
there's so many functions on WhatsApp you can do that, so you don't even need to get any information from people.
Also, since I got married, I've actually got quite savvy with Canva, so I don't know whether I would do it differently now.
Maybe.
Because I do
you're
like
right,
a bit of
Canva's
Canva.
really exploded over the last few years, so
I do a lot on there, but
yeah. Same.
I'm doing both. Save the date e-invites, and then I'm doing paper invites. Okay. Right, so it's doing the save the dates is online. And
save the dates is online. Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way of doing it.
I always think though, when you send out a save the date, right? Say if you did paper stationery, you send a save the date. This is what I had. Like you're not at that point sure of the like your colour scheme or the theme or anything like that at that point. So actually doing an e-invite save the date is probably
exactly because you just do a picture of you guys.
Yeah, you don't need to like tie it in.
Need to follow the theme. Yeah.
Someone says e-invites easier to deliver to guests and you can save money.
Especially if you've got guests living abroad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good point. Good point. Yeah. What would you say? Because a lot of people are saying e-invites because of someone else here says e-invites, ease of RSVP and the cost. So what would you say the difference is between a couple that were choosing? So say they've got, I don't know, 50 guests and they have stationery, like paper, invites or e-invites. How much is that? I don't know.
So, well, let's have a look. I'm sure paperless post is about, I think it's I think it's like £1 an invite, not even £1 an invite.
Yeah.
She got 50 guests, but then you'd send in 25 invites, it'd be about 25 quid.
Yeah.
I think it's about £1. Then if you go on something like Papier, I think you're looking at about £3 an invite.
Okay.
And then with the stationer, you're probably looking at about £5 an invite. Like I said, one of my spent like £12 an invite because they added all the belly bands and the whatever.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at like Papier, I did a Papier order. We did, that was 100 guests. And that was 50 invites. I think it cost about £200.
Okay.
By the time we'd paid for the envelopes and the delivery and whatever. And that was for 100 guests. So, yeah, I think we got about 70 invites just to be on the safe side. They only really needed 50, but we did a few extra. And, in case any got lost, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, Papier would probably be between like 50, 70, £100 max. Paperless post. And then an actual stationer, you're probably looking at, it depends what the stationer's charging.
True. How long's a piece of string?
I had a couple this year spend $2,000 on their invites. And
Bloody
they had
hell.
50 invites. And they had about, less than, I think they had about 70 guests.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
But I've had people spend as little as like $600-700 with a stationer. So it just depends what you're having. Yeah.
That's so true. That is so true.
So yes, paperless post is a lot. They also always do a lot of like offers and stuff on paperless posts. I think you get so many free. I'm just having a little Google now. Yes, so it's from like 50p, because it also depends what you have. So if you add like a nicer liner or nicer colours, it's more expensive. But it says here like the basic tier is 50p for one invite. So if you're sending 50, that'll be 50 quid.
Yeah.
Up to £1.40.
Okay.
If you're getting all the... But I feel like, yes, they now do an annual subscription. As well. So you can pay like an ad for a price for the whole year. So you can do your save the date and your invite.
Yeah.
And actually, if you know anyone else that's getting married at the same time, or you're doing
and
like a birthday party,
thank you cards.
Just send it all within that annual subscription.
Yeah.
I actually did that last year, I think, at the end for Christmas, because I think I'd sent out some Christmas cards and I'd sent out something else, and in the end it just worked out better to do that. I think it was like 70 quid for the year for unlimited.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah. You do it, it's like on a coin basis. So you pay for you buy like 200 coins, and it costs like 40 quid for 200 coins. And then each invite, depending on how nice the invite is, costs different amount of coins.
Yeah, like little,
It's like tokens.
So it's definitely it's quite a big difference in cost between having physical paper.
There's probably websites that do it for free as well. Like with Joy, for your website is free. And then if you send your invites from with Joy as well, I think it's really low cost.
Okay. So there's lots of options. Okay, it's interesting. I just really I didn't have no idea how much the E1s cost, but
there you go.
So we got I'm having paper invites, sets the tone and the guest expectation, and plus my mum made them and they're so cute.
Oh, nice. Yeah, fair play if you got the time and the resources to do it.
Although I have to say, I've done weddings before where they've done their own place cards and they've just folded a bit of paper and written on them like the name is. Sorry.
Well, also, people always have these ideas of doing it themselves.
They never have time.
In the end, it's an absolute nightmare. Yeah.
They're always the last thing to give you. Like if you're, especially like for you, the court on the day, like it's like the last thing they're giving you. You're like, I really need them. Like I need them.
Yeah. Literally. Yeah.
Someone says paper invites is they can bring it along with them and have a keepsake.
They're not going to bring it along with them. I'm just
no, they won't bring them.
Yeah.
So here's my admission.
It'll go on the fridge maybe for a bit. But who has a fridge now that you can magnet stuff onto? You don't, do they? They're all these
oh my God,
behind cupboards.
See my fridge?
Yeah, you do have. You've got a massive fridge, haven't you?
My fridge is not but I mean it's covered in magnets.
Yeah,
I've got a thing about magnets. I collect a magnet everywhere I go. But I know you're saying.
Moved into our house with
whether it's
fridge
built
freezer.
into the cupboards.
Yeah, if you now bought a new build,
it'd be inside.
Would sell that fridge freezer. Yeah, and you wouldn't have a fridge magnet.
So ain't nobody going to be magneting that onto their cupboard.
No. That's the thing.
So we've got another one, e-invites, because they're cheaper. E-invites, more info and RSVP that you can put onto it.
That is the thing, Instead of having to pay extra for all these extra cards, and then you've got to limit what you write on it. You can put as much gumph as you want on your website.
Love that word. And then they're doing a sentimental paper one for specific people. So like grandparents.
That's the thing, like for your nans and stuff. Yeah, you can just print a few.
That's quite nice.
Like Vistaprint or something if you want.
So digital save the dates, but then paper invites with digital RSVP. So I guess that'd be like your wedding website. I love stationery and designed it myself. Yeah.
Fair play. Yeah.
Paper invites except for overseas who got the digital copy of the paper invite because of cost. But that's quite, I don't think I would have
you can do that on like paperless post or something like that. I think you can even do it. Yeah, I feel like you can still print a certain amount. Same with Joy. And I think you can also go on like papier. I think you can print a certain amount of hard copies and you can also send a digital one. So I feel like quite a few places are cottoning on to the fact that people want to do that. So they're offering like both services.
Yeah,
essentially.
that's quite good, really.
Do you know what? You can also print direct from Canva now.
I think you're right. I think I noticed that because I did like an invite for like something, and I'm sure I think you're right.
Print it for you off.
They give you,
download it and attach it to like paperless post
so
or whatever. It probably won't be long until you can start mailing stuff out from Canva. You probably already can. I think you can get a link, so you can probably put a link in like a WhatsApp message or whatever. But if you actually want to email it, I don't know. It's probably a way around it.
Interesting.
Yes.
So overall, the percentage-wise of what people were having, and which surprises me actually, but it was 60% said e-invites and 40% paper.
Nice.
So
can I just say as well to the birthday party comment, right? The only way that your wedding invite is looking like a birthday party invite is if you are going, and these should be abolished. They should be put on a bonfire and burned. But those packet invites, when you go to like Card Factory and get like a pack of 20, and it's like oh
my god,
and you get your biro out and you handwrite it. So yeah, if we're talking about like invites like that kind of vibe, yes, that's like a birthday party. You should probably still do that for kids' birthdays. But they need to be up. If you are doing that for your wedding, this is the one thing. Well, there's probably actually quite a few things, but this is one thing this week that I'm telling you is dire. Get rid of it. If you've bought those pack of invites from Card Factory, put them on the bonfire on the 5th of November. Do not send them. Go on paperless post. I know they're only £1 for 20. It doesn't matter. They are awful.
Just don't have a takeaway that month. Spend it on your stationery online.
Yeah. Come on, guys.
You know, there's lots of things. Don't have your Starbucks.
Go on Canva. Well, go on Canva for free. Get a template. Make a really nice invite on Canva, which is free to use. Yes. Download it and WhatsApp it out to people.
Yeah, that's what I've done so many times for birthday pies. But still, there's really nice designs on there. So.
There you go. Anyway,
should we go on to the listeners' questions and messages?
Let's do it.
So your first one is going off what we just spoke about. So if we do paper save the dates, what's your thoughts on doing digital invites or vice versa?
I feel like we've just said our opinion, haven't we?
Yeah. I think we've answered that one, to be fair.
Yeah, there's pros and cons of both. Yeah. I think we've answered that. Yeah.
And then next up we've got, hi girls, hope you're both doing well. Listener from Australia. I was going to do the accent.
Australia. Hello, let's get the shrimp on the barbie. It was terrible. Cut that.
No. My God, it's Crocodile Dundee.
That was better than
mine. I just wanted to say your podcast has been incredibly helpful and so much fun to listen to.
Oh, good. I hope you took that as a joke and that you're still going to listen.
I genuinely look forward to each new episode every week.
Yay!
I don't know if you've already covered this, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on wedding timelines. My partner and I are getting married in April 2028, so we've still got plenty of time to plan.
Nice.
Our venue is dry hire and we have an on-the-day coordinator. Nice. Well done. But I absolutely love planning, so I'm having way too much fun putting everything together.
Nice. Yeah, good for you.
Yeah. It's nice to hear someone's enjoying it. Sometimes we get these in and they're like obviously saying that they're like...
In a year's time, she's going to be like, I hate this. No, I'm joking.
My main question is about the reception timeline. We really want our first dance to naturally flow into opening the dance floor for the rest of the night. However, my partner would also like to do a mother-son dance, which I'm completely on board with. I won't be doing a father-daughter dance, and my mum passed away a few years ago. Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
How would you recommend structuring that so it feels natural and not too cringy or cliche? Would you do the first dance, then invite his mum in for a dance before opening the floor? Or is there a better way to make it all flow? So I think we answer that one first because there's this.
I 100% would do that.
Yeah, I would.
Unless you've got something else going on. Like we did this with a couple wedding a couple of months ago. And we did it because we wanted to get everybody outside for fireworks.
Yeah.
So we did their first dance, opened up the dance floor, party. Then we did the mother, son, bride, mum dance. Then we got everybody outside for fireworks because it kind of brought that, the vibe back down. So if you're stopping to do something, you could either do it at the end of that or then the start of the next set.
Yeah.
And then again, open the dance floor up again.
Okay, yeah, good idea. And I would say, obviously, make sure that your like DJ or your MC or whatever's like on the mic saying, and now the daughter, like son, mum dance in case like they just sort of like call over the mum and then people think that means everyone else come on the dance floor. Kind of thing. Like if you want that specific dance on their own. So
the other thing to really consider with doing that is I have quite a few people that don't think about this, and then when I flag it they're like, oh yeah but they're like, oh, we're going to do something later on in the night that's like a moment like this that you want to capture, but your photographer, a lot of photographers only stay till just after the first dance. So if you are then moving it into later in the evening, just check.
Good point.
Normally they'll do first dance, get about half an hour party, and then they'll go. Which I never understand, because personally I'd want my photographers there till like 11 p.m. because I was like, the best shots are at night.
100%. Yeah, they are. Okay, amazing. So then we're also planning a buffet style dinner, so I'd love to know where you'd fit speeches into the evening. How long do speeches usually go for, and what's the ideal number of speeches to keep guests engaged? Thanks again for everything you do. You guys are honestly the best, and I can already tell I'll still be listening long after our wedding is over.
Good.
That's so nice.
Hopefully even after our daughter Australia.
Yeah.
I mean, traditionally it's father, the bride, groom, best man, says 3 speeches, but a lot of people are now adding some women into the mix. So normally I'd say is 4. Is that normal? Yeah,
I would say so.
I would say don't do more than 4. It's a long, say to keep speeches around 3 to 5 minute mark. And then put in half an hour for speeches. But you could split it up into 2 and 2. If you're doing a buffet style, I would do maybe when you first sit down before, because with any kind of buffet style dinner, I mean, it depends on your caterer, but they're probably going to get you up table by table. Yeah. So you could do 2, then get everybody up table by table. And then once all the plates have been cleared, then do your next 2. Yeah. Is what I would do. That's quite a nice flow, because you kind of want to.
That sounds quite good. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want too much at the start, because people are like, oh, I'm hungry.
Yeah, and they can see the buffet there and they're like,
or just do them all at the end once everyone's eaten and you've cleared the plates.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, that's what I did. I had like a buffet style barbecue, and we just did them all at the end. We did 4.
I quite like them when they're after the food, to be fair.
Yeah, and you're chilling, you've got your tea coffee station's been opened.
Comfortable. Everyone's got a drink.
Got a glass of wine. Everyone's a little bit tipsy, so they enjoy it a bit more. They're all a bit more emotional.
Plus then, like, if you're having toast drinks or whatever, they can then be served and it's all quite nice. They're nice and fresh as well. Like,
you haven't got to do 2. Yeah, exactly. That's what I would say.
Cool.
Hopefully that helps. Let us know if you've got any other questions along the process. Please get in touch with us. You know where we are. It's letsgetyouwedpodcast@gmail.com.
Indeed. Send them in. And we will see you next week for another episode. You know where you can find us. We are online. We're on Instagram. It's @letsgetyouwedpodcast. And TikTok. Like, subscribe, follow us, send us your messages. And we're also on YouTube.
TikTok. Comment.
Yeah, we do.
Really help the TikTok when you
Please
comment.
do.
Yeah.
And we will see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.